time to push it. Take some time for hate. Never take a second of bullshit. Make them come at you straight. Somebody will catch you running, coming from a vegetable fate. Everybody has a purpose, something that can deviate. Feed the adrenaline, keep coming back again. Feed me until the end. I'm turning venomous. Feed me adrenaline. Lately I can see the colors changing my invisible face. I can feel you hold me under. Nobody can feel the play. Come here just a little closer. Let me feel the breath on me. I'll tie you up for the reason. You're someone I will always need. Feed me adrenaline. Keep coming back again. Feed me forgiveness that you can't give. Retracing all these lies. This is different. It's uncontrolled and breeding. I can't just fix this. There's something else resisting. Love is never easy to love again. To find your reasons to pretend. Love is never easy to start again. Go find your meaning. I've been living a long time for this day to come, and you wasted it all away. I keep dreaming of emptiness and your face. Maybe I never say. Love is never easy to love again. To find your reasons to pretend. Love is never easy to start again. Go find your meaning. Back to the light. Back to the light.
I can indeed. Can you hear me all good? No, definitely not. And we do see Zev is also being able to trade up a little bit, but Viking is going to just trade out his teammate there, as they have smoked off the entire side of Catch here, as the Sentry Gaming are just going to be trying to play retake here, but in 4v3, as xTc have already picked up some pretty good post-plant positions here. Things are looking good, as Zin is also just going to eliminate Ombakenda here, and he's going to take out Absin as well. And this is going to be the first round here for xTc, and a very good way to start off with this. I mean, 4 players still alive, picking up the early pistol here, especially on the T side here for Mirage. It's a pretty good start here for them. Yeah, the one day that we decided to do some VS Masters, we didn't to get a few issues here. But as I say, with issues, we do see that Absin is completely dinked down here in the area. He's sitting on just a few freckles, if that much, yeah, really. As you know, xTc have really taken advantage here, and these SMGs are really going to start racking up the money here. As Absin eventually goes down to the grenade there of Spaz, so already a 5v3 here. And Zip is also just going to catch Zaviv quite open there, but Hugo is going to trade him out here on the cat area. So things are looking pretty good here for xTc, as they're just finding these picks, these one-on-ones, and you know, that's not being traded out here at all. As Hugo's been able to pick up a galore, but I don't think there's going to be much he'll be able to do with it. Yeah. Yeah, so like as we mentioned, you know, just about every single emotion that you could experience, we have experienced in the last hour to an hour and a half, where internet was working fine, and all of a sudden I've got 180 ping plus 2 Joburg. As I say that, and Spaz is just going to shut down Hugo. Just take away that Galil, so he's not going to take any sort of a rivalry into the next round here for Sentry. So, but yeah, definitely all the emotions being shared here. And the emotions must be pretty high here for xTc, at least of enjoyment, as they've been able to get off to a pretty good start here as they go with 4 rifles and an SMG into this third round. Yeah, and this is my first one, so I think it's a little bit fresh for both of us here. Yeah, and I mean, as we're saying that Crucial is just picking up all important money with that SMG. That's already $1,200 he's been able to put into that piggy bank. So his pension is going to be looking pretty good here at this point in time. And it's just spamming through there, and there's going to be a third one there. That's 1,800 as a Click is also just going to eliminate Hugo here. And it's going to just be Absent that is left here against the full artillery that is the xTc side at this point in time. Yeah, xTc, and considering the last 3 results that they have, they did beat XD Gaming. But they first, unfortunately, went down to Big 5-1 and Severe CSGO 2-0. So they've got a little bit of a mixed bag of results. And I mean, as we say that the first buy round, yeah, for Sentry is just looking so strong, as they've already been able to pick up 3 kills. I was going to say 2, but as I say, wanted to say that Crick was just taken down here with the AWP, as Zin is going to at least pick up a kill here. But I don't know how much they're going to be able to do, considering that they really don't have the body advantage at this point in time. What do you have? You just realized. Do apologize, VS. I think you can do that in. Hopefully, there's maybe a timeout at some stage. But I mean, this is the VS Masters division of CS:GO that we're seeing here between xTc and Sentry Gaming. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize if there does seem to be a little of frame issues. It's just because the one day we do decide there's a few tech issues, but we'll power through them, I would guess. Exactly. I mean, that first buy round, especially for a CT side, is so important, because if you start losing 3 or more players, you really start hurting your economy. I mean, even your next buy into the next round can be so expensive already. So it's actually very good they've been able to keep 4 people alive here. And we do see full set of AKs here for the side of xTc, as Absent is holding there with the AWP, maybe just waiting for that timing pick, but not going to be pulling the trigger here, as we do see just bodies all over the show here for xTc, just trying to get as much map control all over, as we do see a little bit of an executor on the A site, as Auto Direct wants us to see absolutely nothing. But Zip's in the mid here, and he's going to be able to spot out Hugo here, and he's going to take him down. So this is a nice advantage here for xTc. They've been able to clear out the mid area, and Zip is going to be able to continue doing exactly what he does good, and that is pick up frags here for the side of xTc, as he's been able to make it a 5v3 here, and in such a strong position as well in this connector area. As I say, that Zive picks up a pretty good kill here onto Crick.
Apparently, it's my sound wasn't working for a bit, so that has now been fixed. Good to know this long into it, eh? Round 5. So we are seeing the teams trading, but not very evenly at all. The CT side 1-1 round. There's a kill for Onbekenda, but it's not going to be enough. 3 alive for xTc, and that's the round 1. And I'm a little tilted now.
A little bit tilted is saying it mildly here, Mike. But yeah, xTc looking really strong here at the moment. I mean, their buy rounds are looking pretty strong. Even Sentry is looking pretty decent on the buy rounds. Unfortunately, Zip's role there, playing in middle, just lurking around there, picking up the kill on Hugo and Zaviv was so important for them in that round, that him just being able to hold that connector area from mid was just so strong.
So full save here for the Sentry Gaming guys. They managed to win that first buy round, but from there it hasn't gone too well. Again, should just be cleaned up pretty easily here. I don't see much chance for them versus the full buy from xTc. Please let me know, was there an audio issue from the very beginning? Has Penguin been talking to himself this entire time? I want to know.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've heard that, but as we say that, I was just about to say, Krush or Spaz just completely just runs past, doesn't even notice Zaviv there, and Zaviv picks up the kill, but he is eventually traded out, and that's a pretty cheap kill here for the side of Sentry. So, I mean, just a little bit of economy damage, which is all important, but definitely Sentry aren't going to be planning to win this round. They're definitely going to try, well, Hugo's at least going to try to pick up a more kill. But as I say, that Viking is just going to shut him down, putting a bullet through the ledge and then into his head, and close out that round 5-1 to xTc.
Yeah, nicely done from them. And of course, if you guys didn't hear, this is VS Masters. It's xTc versus Sentry Gaming, not Team B versus Team A. I have no idea why that shows. I think it's something to do with the config on the VS servers. I recall that being a thing going back years already. So it's, of course, on the CT side, we've got Sentry Gaming.
You're revealing your age.
Oh, jeez, man. Come on, I was a competitive player in 2015. Don't give me crap. And somebody who's not going to be taking any is Zin. Extinguishes the early aggression there up from the CT side towards the top of mid. And of course, the CT's on the buy here, but very limited buy, limited in utility as well. It's going to be very tough against the full suite of utility and, of course, the 5 AKs. They didn't have an AWP in this round either.
Yeah, but I mean, at this stage, xTc don't even really need it open. As I say, that Crick picks up an amazing opening frag, at least, onto that A side as Onbekenda. But Absent just holding in the smoke, going to be taking out Spaz. As this A side still seems very open. There's absolutely nobody here. But as I said, Absent has been able to rotate there to the jungle area, and he's trying to get some sort of frags. But as I say, that Zin takes him out, as well as a Crucial taking out Hugo. And now it's a 1v4. I don't know how well you know Zaviv, but do you think it's possible for him?
Not anymore, now that he's on 5 HP. That's pretty much guaranteed it. He was, of course, on the Pulse Gaming side that won that Middleset Maverick Challenge last year. You know, the sort of young upcoming teams. In fact, Pac-Man, who was also in that team, the streamer, was actually in Sentry Gaming until recently as well, until he decided to call time on his CS career. He's focusing on Fortnite, as it were. But yeah, some promising young players here in the Sentry Gaming team. Abson's also quite an experienced leader. I recall playing against his team, I think it was Anterior Gaming at DGC 2015. So he's been around for quite a bit. That team had the Man and Crucify in, you might know from some other teams as well. He was most recently in APG. So a lot of experience he's bringing to this young team. And of course, I'm not really talking about his young team that much because they're on a save again. They don't really have much they can do against these AKs.
Yeah, and I mean, as we said, that Zip is just going to pick up another kill here on the B side. The guy from PE is just to completely make this side open here. And as I say, that Crick is also just going to shut down the rest of whatever resistance there was on the A side. And 7-1 all of a sudden to xTc, and they're looking pretty strong on this T side here.
In the comments, Andre, can't believe I'm sitting on a small Friday, holiday tomorrow, and watching a CSGO match. Yeah, I don't know why you're here either, man. This is crazy stuff. I do appreciate you being here, though. Appreciate all 18 of you who've shown up for a game when tomorrow is a day that should mean this is Pooza Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it was a Tuesday and it's actually my Friday, so what a way to start my incredibly long weekend. And as I say that, Crick is just going to shut down, you know, this A site here, and things are looking pretty good here for xTc. A lot of smokes just keeping that Sentry side at bay here in this jungle area, and this looks like another good round here for xTc.
Absolutely, doing fantastic work. And there's a trade, so bringing it back to a 3v3. We see the long flank coming in from ZipZip. He's done this a few rounds already. Quite a common thing to do, and there's going to be somebody crossing as well, so his timing could be perfect, Jay, if he peeks at the right time. And it should. He gets the kill, and that's probably going to seal the round.
And they just about line up for Spaz as well. So he's going to pick up a double there just to shut down, picking up a few extra dollars for the bank here, and 8-1 to xTc. That long rotate, that wrap around there by ZipZip, being able to shut down the possible defusal there as Sentry was starting to make their way onto the site, but just shutting down all sorts of dreams that they may have had of winning that round. And it's 8-1 to xTc.
Indeed, so the 8-1, very good start, and if you know anything about Mirage, getting 8 rounds, winning the half effectively is not that common a thing. It tends to be a sort of a 9-6 to the CT side most often, so I think if you're xTc, you're feeling pretty satisfied with it, and it's again a round that they should be winning based on the weaponry they've got.
Ooh, Zaviv is going to get an amazing one dig there onto ZipZip, just shutting down his career of continue running down the catwalk area, as there's just going to be a molly out that way just to make sure that no players hover around there. But Viking hovering in this connector area, and as I say, that Crick just finds his way onto the side, picks up the kill, as Viking is going to be able to pick up another, and Zin as well, just shutting down Hugo on this connector area, or this cat area at least. And Severe with a second amazing one dig there, taking down just some more damage really at the end of the day, as Crick does pick up the last kill. And we're going to be going into the first pause here.
Yeah, a pause coming in, and I'm kind of surprised that it's taken this long for the pause to come in from Absent on Sentry Gaming, because for them, they've been under the cosh for quite a while here. There's only the single round, which is a blip on their radar. And I think maybe they need to just try stop the momentum from xTc a little bit sooner, try reset the defense, do something, because they're in the situation now where they're going to buy. Maybe they go with the double AWP as a possible way to stop the aggression here from xTc, but I just feel like around 11 is maybe a little late.
Yeah, this seems very late, considering that the round that they won was the fourth round. But since then, absolutely nothing. We've been able to see 6 rounds on the trot here for xTc, and they're just looking so good. I mean, ZipZip as well as Crick are absolutely dominating at the moment. I mean, ZipZip is playing so well in the mid area. He's been able to do these wraparounds, finding the entry frags even onto that B site a little while ago. Yes, it was a save round for Sentry Gaming, but he's still looking incredibly strong. We've got Cricks as well, who's also been able to shut down, slow down any sort of aggressive plays by Sentry Gaming. So, you know, xTc are just handling Sentry Gaming so well. And going into this 11th round, as you mentioned, Sentry are going to have to pull something out of the hat if they want to slow down. I mean, for them to have some sort of competitive advantage going into the second half, they're going to need to try and win the remaining rounds here to at least try and make it a 6-9 half.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have to do so. Sorry for bringing up the net graph, guys, there. As I said, I've been having some major ping issues. So, as you can see, the spikes actually correspond with when Penguin goes slightly robotic, because the line's having a few issues. We are streaming in glorious quality. FPS is good, but ping is spiking between 50 and 800. So, that's why the game looks a little bit laggy. Apologies for that. We were on the line with Vodacom for a good hour before the game, and, well, cannot be fixed right now, probably because of the public holiday tomorrow or whatever. So we will bear with it. If it gets too unbearable, please let us know. And if you're a Sentry Gaming fan, what might be unbearable is the current scoreline. It's not looking so good when you're only on 1 against xTc.
Yeah, at the moment, you know, line's not. I'm assuming P line's not very good. Is Panda?
Yeah, it must be. He's also struggling as well on the kill feed as well. So he's probably having a few issues, and it's not going to be helping if they're having issues as a team when Crick goes in like that. The young player gets himself 2 entries. Spaz takes an AWP shot to the knee. He's not going to be an adventurer anymore.
Yep, I see what you did there. And I mean, as you say, that Panda is going to try to push his way through the kitchen area. He's going to at least find out the head of Viking, and he's going to be able to find the head of Zin as well. This is all of a sudden pretty winnable again for for Sentry Gaming. But the thing is that they're really going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat here. And Spaz, when he's holding with the AWP there like that, there's nothing nobody's going to be able to do to stop him. And this is just going to be another round here to xTc. xTc looking incredibly strong here on this T side of Mirage. And this is going to be the 10th round for them. And he's going to shut down Ombakenda as well. And 10-1 to xTc. This is starting to really look like just more nails are being put into the coffin at this point in time.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier in Ballistics Masters, it was a pretty clean 2-0 to xTc the last time these two teams played. So I think that should indicate more or less where things would go. You'd maybe think they'd worked on things since the previous time, but when you're on your own map pick, this map pick, of course, Mirage is Sentry Gaming's pick, and you're taking pain like this, I think you got problems.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a look at Sentry's previous results, I mean, they've had a 2-0 against XD Gaming and also a 2-0 against WRG. The only loss that they've had was on the 18th of March where they played again Online Kingdom, and they lost that one 2-0. So maybe struggling a little bit, but as I say, that Abson is going to be able to find the head of Viking.
Oh,
as he's going to be able to find a second one. Things are looking so good here, and this is on a partial buy pretty much here by Sentry. And as I say, that Hugo goes with a wide peek in the B apartments and is going to shut down Crucial, as it's just Zin left alone with his AWP, the well, it's Abson's Dragon Law at least. It's a pretty skin at the end of the day. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do too much.
I would actually be looking to throw this weapon away, because I don't think he's going to live through this round. You don't really want to give economic value to the guys whose economy has been under so much pressure. I would almost look to maybe throw it over a wall or something, but it looks like he's going for some kills, so he wants to do some damage early on. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot to profit from giving them a gun here.
Yeah, and I mean, as we say that he is creeping a little bit closer here to Zaviv, who is watching that next area, and he might be able to spot him out, but unless Zin is going to be able to get the first, but not going to be that, as Zaviv is just going to shut down Zin. And that is now an AWP in the hands of Sentry Gaming. As we mentioned, this is so much economic value. They've just been able to pick up 3 AKs as well as an AWP, and their money is looking pretty good all of a sudden.
Yeah, not bad for them. That definitely helped them out. Of course, the 10 that they're steering down the barrel of, they're on the wrong side of on the scoreboard, isn't going to help. I mean, even if they get 5 here, it's probably not enough on a map like this, but let's see if they can do it. I've seen victories from 12-3 deficits on this map before, so while I think it's unlikely, you never know.
Yeah, this is Counter-Strike. I mean, a lot of things can happen here in this this game, but money's still looking fairly good on the xTc side. They've pretty much got money that they can buy right through for these last few rounds, so they don't have to stress too much about it. They're just really, if they're going to be doing any sort of damage, it's just going to try and shut down as much of the Sentry side as possible. As we said, that there was just 1 or 2 smokes here onto the side, and Spaz is going to pick up 2 amazing openers here, 2 headshots, closing down Abson as well as Panda, as Zin is just going to eliminate Hugo onto that cat area, and things are looking pretty good here for xTc as they're going to be making their way onto this A site. And Onbakenda is in so much trouble here at the moment. There's mollies, there's HEs, there's flashes going to him, and even smokes, but he's been able to survive. But is going to go down, and it's just Saviv left in a 1v2. It's still very winnable here for him, as he's going to be rotating here to the connector area, as a lot of weight on his shoulders here. But a great crossfire setup here so far for xTc, with just Crick as well as Zip alive.
Saviv in a pretty tough situation, but it's a lot less bad than it could have been. It looked like it might be a 1v3, and now he's been spotted. He should go down, and actually Crick's teammate baiting him quite a bit there. Zip didn't double peek with him at all, so there was maybe an opportunity there for Saviv, but Crick, he's been on a tear tonight. He's on 15 kills at the top of the scoreboard for his team, so in that case, you're kind of going to back him to go for that, and it works out beautifully for them. Unfortunately for Sentry Gaming, with each round win they've got, and let's face it, there's only 2, they've been immediately set back after that. At least, yeah, because they saved so many guns, they still have a buy, but is it going to matter with Crick walking in? He's been so good, and he gets another kill through the edge of the box, gets a headshot. There's Crucial also, and the bomb site is all but lost.
Yeah, Viking picking up an amazing kill there, as it's just Abson here. He's actually got some sort of real artillery. He's got some utility. But as I said, that I look at Hugo, and Hugo's got the exact same. As Viking is going to trade out Hugo from getting that kill on Spaz. And as we said, that Zin is going to spot the player in the CT side, there, well, the CT area. but not much else going to be done. I mean, it's a 2v4, but Absen are going to pick up a pretty good kill. But I think at this stage, you're just looking to really do economic damage. But at the same time, I feel like Sentry should be going for these rounds. I mean, whether they save this rivalry or not, they're really not going to have much going in. And as I say that, Crick is just going to shut down Saviv, who had some rivalry, but that's pretty much all, really. He had some hopes and dreams of trying to clutch this round here for Sentry Gaming, but it's not meant to be, as it's now 12-2 to xTc.
Yeah, you always as a caster want to say, hey, they want to cause economic damage or whatever, but really what we think internally is, oh no, it's pretty much gone. Run away, little bird, run away.
Yeah. Well, we need to try to sound as optimistic as possible, and I've tried to be an optimistic person, if I can also use my words. But
they're in there somewhere, man. Shake your head, they'll fall out.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as I shake my head, it looks like xTc could pretty much shake the round this whole map away in this round from Sentry Gaming. But xTc playing it a lot slower. But as I say, that Panda is going to shut down Zip on the cat area, and Absen is also going to be getting a kill. This is pretty odd. A 5v3 advantage already. And as I said, that Absen is going to pick up another kill. That's his second for the round, and yeah, that is bomb as well on the cat area.
Only 2 alive here as well for xTc. Of course, I was going to say they had the weapon advantage. Now they are an equal number of rifles alive, equal numbers of players alive too. They know where Zin is. Patrice, the jump on the box. I don't know how he got that kill. It's all down to Hugo. The 2 players he's facing here are slightly tagged, and he does have the bomb, so they're going to need to work together. It's very winnable for Hugo. It's just going to depend on timings, and of course, if he finds the right sorts of engagements. I'm not also in the sorts of situation. He's kind of doing the right thing, looking for a fight, because he needs to even up the numbers, but unfortunately, Spaz is going to wreck him.
Spaz with an amazing, just single bullet, just shutting down Hugo there. 13-2 to xTc on the T side, looking so strong. I mean, we have to chat about Crick, who is looking so dominant at the moment. 17 kills at this point in time, though.
Yeah, that is really impressive. This map choice is Sentry Gaming's map choice, and so far it doesn't look like it's going so well for them on the map. They've gone to the T side. It's the less favored side on this map. They're going to be on the Glocks. There's a P250 purchased on Hugo as well. Quite a bit of utility across 2 players as well, so it looks like we'll see some kind of set execute towards the A site here, hoping to smoke off a couple of areas and get the entries based on those flashes. Let's see if they can do it. Yeah,
they've picked up a lot of utility. Just the 3 players with some Kevlar, definitely going to be looking to try and get those entries. And as these smokes come in, and also these flashes, this is going to try and give them the advantage. But Zip, who's in the CT side, he's just tapping away. He's been able to pick up 1 kill, but I mean, all these kills that he's been able to pick up have just been traded away. It's still a 3v3 here, as Viv pushes into the CT side so aggressively and takes down Zip, taking off his head, off his shoulders there. And as I say that, Spaz is just tapping away, takes down Absen. Is now a 2v2 here with Zin in the connector area, and he's also going to be tapping. This is still winnable for both these sides, as Hugo's pushing up a little bit aggressively here. Zin going to see if he can't get a kill up close, and he's going to surprise him, and he's going to be doing exactly that, but reloading at not the greatest time. But as I say that, just a little bit of a flick of the wrist takes out the head of Spaz, and that is the pistol round here for Sentry. And if they had any form of dreams of trying to win this map, that is how it starts. It's one small step, and that pistol was very, very much needed.
I was waiting for the Neil Armstrong quote there, man. That was incredible.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't shatter your dreams.
Fantastic round there on the T side in the 2v2 retake, and that P250 doing all the work. He, of course, had no armor as well, so he needed to hit those shots. He did what was needed. That keeps them in the game. Sentry Gaming are still going to live to fight another day. And if we talk about the next maps, of course, we've got Inferno coming up, the pick of xTc. They're pretty good on that map. There's some aggression here out of xTc, and it's going to get punished. Hugo doing well there.
Yeah, Hugo just shutting down Viking so strong with that. Okay. And excuse me, as I have a little bit of a burp that I try to keep my mouth quiet to. Hugo shuts down, but is just shut down here by Zip with this P250 from a little bit of a distance. But it's a 4v3 still, and I think xTc are just trying to do as much damage as possible. I don't think they have any real chance of winning, considering that they don't have any sort of head armor. And these, ooh, there was a knife there by Abson.
Gee, we didn't see that, but that's going to be some nice money in the bank. 4v1 right now. Crick's been a hero so far in this game, but he'd have to go from hero to legend to be able to win this, and it doesn't look like he's going to be moving just yet. Only starting
Nope,
to...
definitely not so.
Yeah, that's pretty much around. So Sentry Gaming doing well to come back into this, and of course, if you guys have just joined us, may we remind you that this is VS Gaming Masters, and may we also remind you that there are some connectivity issues, so apologies for the ping spikes, which you can see in the way the game is moving. And also, that's why we've had a few more technical issues crop up. Too much time on the support line, not enough time actually casting the game.
Yeah, but speaking about the game here, Sentry Gaming, 4 players still alive against the pistol buy of xTc, and things are looking pretty good here for them. You know, been able to pick up quite a bit of money. Abson picking up a knife as well, so his bank is looking pretty decent. Pension is starting to climb up pretty well.
I'm sure he'll drop that Galil over and buy himself something particularly expensive. If he's a good in-game leader. No, turns out he's not a good in-game leader. Didn't drop. He's keeping all the money for himself. What a selfish man. No, I kid, of course. I mean, he's very experienced, and he's also the AWPer for the team as well, so I can see why he would be saving the money.
Yeah, he definitely needs to save that money for that all-important AWP, but he definitely has the money to purchase that. It's not like he is low on cash at all. And as I say that, I mean, I'm still stuck on Crix, but Crix has been able to push all the way down through the lowers area up to the B apartment. So he's going to have so much information available to the side of xTc saying, guys, you know, I don't see anybody here at all. The only place we really have to worry about now are the mid areas as well as A site. Just prepare yourself for that all important, just like rush through fountain area down onto the site, or just through the ramp area. So
there's a fountain.
xTc, well, fountain out of palace. That's
okay,
what I was trying to go for.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I know what you meant. I'm not sure how I feel about the setup from Sentry Gaming here, because they're potentially playing into the hands of the pistols. You can see there's 4 players here waiting for them. They've got no map control. They've got no information. They've got rifles, and they're going to be walking into a range that's perfect for pistols. This could go very wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we look at Saviv, who's in the mid area, and he's going to be able to get that first frag onto Zin. And that's just going to execute the rushed out onto the site here. And Saviv just spamming through the wood there. And he's going to take out the head of Zip. And it's now just a 1v3 all of a sudden to Crick. And I don't know if he's going to have any chance of winning this. Just get a few kills, lad. That's the only thing you really want to do now.
Does he need to get more kills? I think he's doing pretty well on that front. He should be able to find this one. Oh, dinks him, but isn't going to make it. 16 HP left in Zaviv. So round win there for Sentry Gaming. And yeah, I'm glad to be wrong that they didn't put themselves in the situation that they might have lost that round. But, you know, with pistols, if there's a CZ or something like that, could very easily go wrong. We will see the AWP in the hands of Abson, though, and we will see an AWP in the hands of Zip. And of course, in xTc, both Zip and Zin are primary AWPers from a former life, so both of them can take that weapon up if they want to.
Yeah, Zip is the captain, so maybe just taking the reins a little bit, saying, you know what, guys, I will take this. And as we say that, Hugo is going to pick up a kill on Zin, but is just going to be traded out here by Viking. So a 4v4 all of a sudden, you know, just Viking a little bit more tagged up, so a little bit of an advantage here to Sentry, just coming out a little bit more favorable in those trades and all. But xTc is still very winnable. They've got everybody where they need them, just holding off the areas. But as I say that, I mean, Sentry have just got all the map control of middle just for their taking. Absolutely nothing here stopping them at all, as they just molly out, and also going to be smoking off Cat by the look of things, just to make sure that they've got even more control of this area. But as I said, that Zip is going to go for the peak and is going to find Zaviv in the connector area. I wonder if he actually spotted Ombakenda around that area as well, or at least Panda.
Don't know, he might have, but they're very aware of where he is. Viking now playing the sneaky role, and he's going to get the kill on the AWPer. Fantastic work. It doesn't matter that he goes down, because that should shut this round out. The dink comes in, the double dink through the edge of the wall there. It's all onto Ombakenda. Can he do it? They know exactly where he is as well, and there's an AWP staring him down. It's going to be so tough. He gets the first one, but will go down to Spaz. Spaz had a pretty good run there with the double kill.
Yeah, Spaz looking pretty strong there. I mean, on that cat area, getting the double dink through the ledge there, really, as they were able to shut down. And Spaz, you know, also picking that all-important kill, at least on uh, the palace area. So things are looking pretty good here for xTc. 14-5 all of a sudden to them, and they're looking more and more provident to actually close out this this map with Sentry Gaming just applying a little bit more pressure, just trying to make it a little bit more a reasonable scoreline at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think any team that's playing, if you allow yourself to feel like you're not going to win and that you have no chance, then you may as well give up already. Teams will always play thinking, okay, well, we've got an opportunity. Yeah, we look at it and go like, yeah, it doesn't look likely, but they're going to have to play with some confidence to come back here. And they're running into Molly first up. There's the flash from xTc. Everybody's flashed. He gets himself one. Will he get more here? There's the trades.
Oh, and I say that an Absent is just to be able to pick up xTc as well as the AWP at a close range. Things are looking pretty good here for xTc though. That flash there by xTc flashing the entire side here of Sentry Gaming. Things are looking good, and as I said, Umbakenda on the stairs just going to eliminate Viking in that sandwich area, and it's just Spaz and Crick left alone in a 2v2 against Absent and Umbakenda. AWP in the hands of Absent, and he is so strong with it. We saw how good he was with it just a little while ago, as Umbakenda is going to go for the pick and is going to find Crick. As Spaz is absolutely flashed, he can't do too much there, and the bomb is going to be thrown, and he's going to find the kill here of Umbakenda. He knows exactly where Absent is, and he's going to go with that half flash. Doesn't pick him out at all here, but oh, Absent going with the fake of the plant, and he has picked up himself an AK-47 to help him. That AWP not going to be too useful. Oh, another fake though.
Oh, time is really of the essence, yeah. Absent, he's really pushing the boundaries, and it's not going to work. He gets dropped. Spaz peaks at the ideal moment. There were a couple of key moments in that round that I think may have sealed this map. Sentry Gaming there with a fairly good execute onto the site. They suffered initially, but trades didn't favor them. Then we had, I think it was Onbekenda who got through connector and managed to kill the sandwich player. That brought it back to the 2v2. And from there, I think just the information a little bit lacking for Onbekenda and his teammate, because they thought it was only one player in CT after they got that kill. They were looking elsewhere. CT player was able to punish them, and in the 1v1 just doesn't work out. Spaz being the CT player pretty much seals it, I think. Forced by here for Sentry Gaming, and you got to feel like they're up against it.
Yeah, there's nothing that I feel that they can really do. I mean, these CZs are really strong, as we do see, you know, what looks to seem like a fake onto the B side. With
you guys got a Tech 9?
2 smokes.
What?
Yeah.
Who uses
Tech
that?
9, is this 2016?
Yeah, so the fake attempt coming in, yeah. It is drawing some rotation, but Viking doesn't seem all that convinced. He's still here. He's not going anywhere.
Yep.
He's absolutely convinced it's a fake.
Yep, and this is pretty much going to settle it as well. But as I said, that V picks up both kills here on this A side. It's just going to open it up, and now it's just xTc in a 1v2. Can he clutch it and actually win this map here for xTc and go 1-0 up in this best of 3 series? Or is it going to be the 6th round here for Sentry Gaming and just more rounds at least for this first map?
Let's see what happens. Ooh, headshot angle there, and he's going to get the headshot on the second by Zaviv rounding it out there. As we were saying, the fake wasn't being sold. The kill with the UMP came in on the B-bomb side, and I think that finally convinced them. You saw the two players there, Viking and his partner on the site, deciding to bug out, and at that moment they struck. It almost looked like it was going to unravel, but it does work out. So go in for the hard fake. Some old school strats there. 6-15. So we've got 9 map points here for xTc.
Yep, still 9 map points available to them, and still very possible, as we do see that they've just gone for a couple of upgraded pistols, some Kevlar helmet, just to, you know, these pistols in CSGO are also so incredibly strong that we can't actually count them out just because they've got a weakened buy. I mean, those P250s up close are so strong. Spaz, considering the way he's playing, the fact that he's on a Deagle, that Deagle is also so potent. So I wouldn't want to count him out, as Hugo's flashed completely there. And he's going to be pushed with that, with the P250s, but he's going to be taken down. But he is going to turn around and pick up the trade there on Crick. And as I said, that Ombekend is also just going to shut down. And this at the moment is just becoming a bit of a slaughter fest here. Viking with the only kill with the P250 on Hugo does find himself an AK, but I think he's probably going to want to try and save that going into the next round. I really don't think he would want to try and win this game, well, this map from this point onwards.
Yeah, no point in forcing the issue there for him. So I think he'll be happy to hang on to it. They've got plenty of rounds in the bag here as well. There'll still be 8 map points available to them before we go to potential overtime. So in that sense, I don't think Viking really has to risk anything. Sentry Gaming at least restoring a little bit of pride. I still would say it's doable. It's just, it looks unlikely, shall we say.
Yeah, a little bit unlikely, but as you mentioned, it's still possibly there for them. But xTc are still looking so strong. Maybe a little bit shaky now, but still, still very winnable for them. They just need to get a round where they possibly get 1 or 2 early frags, get the body advantage, and then from that point onwards, just make sure that they've got people to trade with. As Spaz holds onto that AK. And in a round where they still don't really have much money, I mean, they could try and buy around the AK, or they could just give it to somebody.
Yeah, no reason to. It's going to be a proper double save. Yeah, they're going to look to come in with a stronger buy in the next round. Again, thanks for joining us, guys. This is VS Masters. It's xTc versus Sentry Gaming. So far, Sentry been taking some pain, but they are making a little bit of a mini comeback here, and Abson doesn't know how close he came to death there. The rest of the team executing on the A side.
Oh, look at this little boost here for Viking on this B side. I was still stuck on him because I decided to go to him. But as I say, that there's 2 players that have made their way onto the A side. Ombekend and Zaviv just decided to push their way onto the A side, and they're even going to molly off Crick. And Crick's going to take a little bit of a grenade, but not too much. As Viking is boosted up here. He's going to spot the player, but doesn't pick up the body there. The Absence still survives somehow on 26 HP as Zip is pushing through the lowest area. He's going to find 1 kill, but unfortunately not going to find the second there, as Panda is going to just shut him out there with the FAMAS, taking out the head, taking the scalp home with him. And as I said, Spaz has been able to pick up another kill. Crick as well, and Ombekenda is left on this A site alone in a 2v3 here, as Viking is making his way also to the A site, and the bomb is also making its way there. So this might play very well into the hands here of xTc. They can still very much win this round with 2 players with AKs and 1 with a P250, which is just Zin. So still very winnable here for xTc, and they could possibly close it out here.
Needs a headshot, does Spaz. Not able to find it. Difficult situation though, in a very open plant. That's going to make an opportunity for Viking. He's low. It's all on Ombekenda now. What can he do? Gets himself the first. Needs the plant. Are they going to try to run him down while he's planting? They should. Whoa, and he gets the kill. He's facing a player on low HP here. This actually favors him now. Backing away a little bit, trying to find the angle here, and he's going to find it. 1v3 from Ombekenda. Fantastic work from the young player there.
What an amazing clutch there. 4k for him for the round there. Picking up that 1v1, picking up the player in the connect area was so important. He was being, like, when you're in that kind of position and you've got the bomb down as a T, where you feel like you've been really pressured, the one thing you need to do is you need to find those 1v1s. And he did exactly that, picking up an all-important round here for Sentry Gaming. It's 8:15. Still plenty of map points available here to xTc. But when Sentry Gaming are doing things like that, you might start thinking, is this possibly going to be going to OT? And as I say that, there's a little bit of a trade with Viking clearing out Hugo after him, taking out Zin. So still a 4v4. But still plenty of match points available here for xTc, as Sentry look to take a little bit of mid-control here on Mirage.
Indeed, I kind of feel like Auto Director doesn't like us in this last couple of rounds because we've missed quite a bit. Let's hope it cleans up its act. Valve, please fix. And Spaz fixing the head of Panda there. He didn't need it after all. The trade's going to come in from Zaviv. Yes, he finds it. I thought maybe he wouldn't. Bring it into a 3v3. They're converging on this B-bomb site here. It is in their favor, but position from Viking. Oh, Crick, sorry, Crick got the kill. How did he do it?
I don't know how Crick did that. He just spun around, did a quick 180, and got the kill there. It was 2v2. But as I say, that Viking is just spamming. He does pick up the head here, and there's now a 1v2. But Abson is on the AWP. Viking is on this M4. So it is still possible for both these players. But, oh, Absen is rotating around. He might just spot Viking. Viking needs to be so careful. He needs to watch his back as well. And Absen, oh, is he going to miss him? Oh my word!
He's actually
Absen
rotating
is
off,
going to be able to.
which is really smart. I gotta say that's a good move. It's very risky because of course the player's dancing around the bomb site, but going for it, you can see in Absen style he likes to go for the fakes. Yeah, he's calling the fakes for his team, and in a 1v1 he goes for the fake as well. Goes to a different bomb site.
Yep, he's done exactly that, and now he's just going to be able to hold whichever area really wants with this AWP. And the bomb being planted for him as well. He can hold in the CT area. He can actually hold all the way up to kitchen. And if he comes up to like ticket booth area, he will be able to also hold the connect area. So he's really planted the bomb well for him. And he has now spotted Viking. Viking does have the kit, but Absent is going to say whether you have kit or not, you are going to be deleted off the server. Takes him out, and it's a 9-15 to Sentry Gaming. Well,
Yeah.
to xTc at least, but they've been able to pick up 9 rounds. So
It gets confusing
really
when
making
it
this
says
map a lot closer.
Team A and Team B. You know that confuses me a little bit. I also have to check myself occasionally. Want to call them the wrong thing. So we still got 6 map points in hand. Yeah, plenty of time for xTc, but it's starting to run out. You just kind of feel had Sentry Gaming maybe got a round or 2 extra on their CT side, they'd be in a much better position here. And through the smoke, on Bekenda, nice work from him.
Oh, on Bekenda picking up amazing headshot there through the smoke as a Hugo. Going to repeat kind of the same thing with Zin. Not quite the headshot through smoke, but he is going to at least pick up a kill. And it's now a 3v5 xTc just with P250s, 2 players with some Kevlar, flashbang on Spaz, so they're going to need some important work here.
Indeed, pretty much a round that should be in the bank. Easily, one would think, on Bekenda making a little bit of hard work of it there, trying to get the kill. Spaz, this is an interesting angle. Gets the dink, follows it up as well. It's a cheeky little kill there. Again, it shouldn't go to xTc, considering the advantage here with Sentry Gaming. But this position in Palace, if it's not spotted and Sentry don't check the site here, it could actually be pretty disastrous for them. Oh, there's the flank from on Bekenda. That's going to stop that.
Yeah, on Bekenda is just going to shut down Viking with any sort of hopes of trying to defuse the bomb, picking up the kill, just to try and give xTc a little bit of a fighting chance into this 25th round. But at the moment, Spaz, the only player alive here for xTc, as Sentry Gaming have got 2 players alive, holding the angles. Definitely not going to be around here for xTc. Spaz has already lost the time that he needs. No defusal kit, and he is just going to be taking this AK into the next round. And Sentry Gaming really bringing back this first map. It's going to be 10-15, still in favor for xTc, but things are looking pretty good now to make this first map a lot closer than what it looked like at the end of the first half.
Absolutely. Depending on whose fan you are, of course, if you're an xTc fan, you're going, Sentry Gaming are just prolonging this. They're prolonging the inevitable, and if you're a Sentry Gaming fan, you might be saying, well, the comeback is real, they're going to make it. So let's see who's going to win out here, guys. I think Sentry's probably got a few less fans than xTc, being as xTC is an older MGO, but I'm sure no less excited about the team. And of course, this team is quite new and they're already in Masters, so I think that says a lot for how good they are.
Yes, Spaz getting flashed onto the catch area, and he's going to be pushing up aggressively.
Terrible
and
miss.
Viking is going to take down Absent, taking out the AWP. This is so important here for xTc. Finding that opening frag and not being traded out is so important. They've got the body advantage. And as I said, that Hugo gets shut down here by Spaz in the mid area along with Viking. So things are looking really good here for xTc. Being able to pick up the early kills, which is really important. And as I say, that Spaz is going to shut down. Crick is also, and the Flames are just going to cook Survive Alive. It's a bright time here at Mirage, and that's going to be closing out the first round, or the first map at least, in favor of xTc winning 16-10.
Yeah, fantastic work from them. Thank you for joining us for the first map. We will be going to the second map, which it seems to say is Nuke, which is incorrect. It's supposed to be Inferno. So we'll be going to xTc's map pick. That Mirage was, of course, the pick of Sentry Gaming. See, hopefully the server will update itself. I'm not sure if the players are going to go straight or if there's a break. I probably should have asked them. I'm not used to having to ask them, actually, having done a lot of ESEA lately. But let's see.
A lot of ESEA is, it's easy 1v best of ones at the end of the day. One map, you know the map, there's no vetoes that need to take place. It's just 1 week, this is what you're doing. Next week, this is the map choices that you're going to have available to you. And it's as simple as that.
Pretty much. So we're just waiting for the server to connect. I don't know if we need to go to a break. Maybe. Let's see where we're at. And also, Penguin, thanks for joining. This is only your second cast with me as a CS:GO caster. Usually a Hearthstone caster. Not used to things that fight back or move or like do anything really. You cast Hearthstone. It's boring. Let's face it.
I like thinking for 90 seconds every single turn before playing a single card or just ending my turn because I have literally nothing to do. So a little bit more up-paced, a little bit more upbeat, but really enjoying it. And this is the first time you and I are casting a Masters together as well. My first Masters game and your first Masters game since BGC 2016, I believe, huh?
Well, Masters 2016 actually did the final. So, yeah. It's been a while. Of course, last year was pretty busy with ESL Africa. I think there were 42 broadcast days there, so it does make it a little difficult to do other competitions. But I'm really happy to be back with VS Gaming, doing some VS Gaming stuff again. Classic partnership. It's kind of like peanut butter and tomato jam, or not that.
Tomato jam.
No, definitely not tomato jam. Cool. Well,
I've seen some very interesting forms of jam, but I've never seen a tomato jam. Extremes. You need to tell me a little bit more about it. I'm a big fan of tomato.
I'll tell you more about it after the break. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break while the players refresh themselves. You, instead of staring at a refreshing fountain, you'll get to stare at a refreshing overlay.
Yeah.
Catch you guys in a minute for the second map.
From far away, but you always knew you'd be the one to work while they all play. And you lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream. Here we are, don't turn away. We are the warriors who'll be
Mr. Penguin, can you hear me, my good sir?
I can definitely hear you, Mr. Extremes. I am here for the knife round.
Fantastic. Knife round. Who wants to cast those? They're boring. Not going to do that. Knife round win there for Sentry Gaming. Fantastic for them. Thanks for joining us for the second half. This is, of course, VS Masters at Sentry Gaming versus xTc. We're probably going to see Sentry Gaming choose to go CT side. That's where most teams will go on Inferno, and they duly do so. So on the CT side, we've got Sentry Gaming. On the terrorist side, it's xTc. xTC took the first map fairly comprehensively, 16-10 in the end. It was the map choice of Sentry Gaming. Here's the map choice for xTc. Is this going to be scary for Sentry, or can they do it, Penguin?
There's definitely the opportunity for them to do it. They definitely have the players of that caliber to bring it back. They don't seem to be too tilted after the round. I mean, they've got some really good rounds nearing the end of the Mirage game, so we're looking forward to see what they can do on Inferno, as a Sentry are just going to hold off the B area here, where the bomb is heading to. The CT side is smoked off here. Viking is going to miss the first jump, but he's going to jump, and he's just going to completely just swing around and shut down Zaviv, who is holding the coffin area, and he's going to pick up Hugo as well. And as I said, he's just going to pick up another one, picking up the head of Absinthe there, and it's a 5v2, and it's a pretty good start here for xTc.
Yeah, nice work from them so far. Very comprehensive round win, it almost looks like, unless they can find some kills here. On the angle, though, it's crucial. He gets Spaz and Crucial both getting some nice headshots. I almost thought Crucial got both there, so good to see.
I think you mean Viking.
Yeah, whatever, man, whatever.
I think Crucial is just one of the
sponsors. Yes,
for
I'm thinking of Crucial from another team. I do apologize. I'm actually getting super tilted by the way that this ping is spiking. I do apologize, guys. If you just joined us, we are having some technical issues with ping. It's not lag or FPS or anything. It's literally that the ping's 800. So I'm just seeing it jittering, and it's literally triggering my OCD as I'm trying to cast this game.
But we are pushing through it. I mean, as we saw Viking in the last round picking up 4 kills in the first round, so he's got quite a bit of dollar available to him. He's decided to go for the Kevlar and Helm, and he's got a little bit of utility to use, as well as the UMP, which is pretty strong close range. So he's definitely going to be looking to increase his pension that he's been able to gather from the first round with that UMP up close and personal.
Yeah, it seems like A side is maybe where they're looking at. Bomb is still sitting quite far back, so I think it's going to depend on where they get the picks. For the CT side, though, you can see they completely buying that it's A site, rotating both of those players now. And if the information coming in here from ZipZip tells them that the site's empty, that's going to be a site pretty much in xTc's hand without really much of a fight at all.
Yeah, and it looks like the bomb is still hovering the bottom of mid area, so it can still go either A or B. But I think as soon as Crick sees 1 or 2 people here, he's just going to tell them, go on to B. But as we say that, we do see the full execute here onto the B site, and he's going to be able to, well, Crick is going to be noticing at least 3 players here from Sentry on that A site, and he's going to know, listen guys, B is safe, go and plant there. And it is a 5v4, but the site completely in control here for xTc, and this definitely looks like it's just going to be the second round, as whatever armor at least and pistols that Sentry have, they're definitely going to want to take into the next round, as it would normally be a full save for them once again.
Can I call Crick Ballistics, and so I called Spaz Crucial?
I suppose you could call him Ballistics. It's just we've yeah, he's the only one that's got Ballistic in his name. We've got 2 Crucial and 2 Red Dragons, so yeah,
Red Dragon, get it right,
exactly.
man. Penguin, really? Get it
Red
right.
But there's no double D there, that's the issue.
Yeah, it's confusing. The Chinese, you don't know. I mean, they're not good at the English, so it is Red Dragon, of course. Also part of Syntech, the company that distributes Crucial Ballistics. So for xTc, pretty clean start. I do have to maybe question why Spaz was over there in Boiler with an AK on the lurk. That gave the AK to Zaviv pretty much for free. Not always something that you want to do. But still, the weapon advantage very firmly with xTc. Yeah, so you got to favor them in this round. Still dangerous, though, considering they're facing an AK and those CZs.
Yeah, the CZs, as we've been talking about so often, is that they're so strong, especially close range. They've even been nicknamed, like, besides the DIY pistol, which takes about 3 years to actually construct and build.
Assemble the scaffolding, you know? Take it out.
Exactly, assemble the scaffolding. But once it's assembled, it's pretty much a pocket AK. It can do so much damage. And as we say about damage, Saviv is going to be able to pick up the first kill on Viking. And this is just going to cause a full, rotate just about? No. Okay, well...
One of them decided
Panda,
no.
At least going to be sent back to the Panda's going to be sent back to the B side, say, no, listen, you're going to go back to the side here. As Absent, he's going to be pushing it from the archers area to the top mid. Is he going to be able to spot anybody? Oh, he does spot, and there's going to be the kill here by Crick. So saving Zin's life a little bit here, as looks like they're going to be pushing through to the B side through CT. So this is pretty good here for xTc. There's only one player on that side, and that is Panda. So things are looking pretty good here, as we do see them going and executing onto that site.
A long-range battle from Onbekenda, not ideal. I don't know why it's taken them so long to wrap on the site, though. This could go wrong for them, and there is going to be a kill. Finally, the trades, but Hugo dropping the bomber as well. Again, I don't know why it took them so long to get into the site. There's Crick going ballistic, doing some work. 1v2 now. The bomb will be down.
I see what you did there with the Crick and ballistic, but yeah, 1v2. Onbekenda is going to find the head of Zin with that CZ, and he's going to pick himself up the big version of the CZ, the AK-47, and he's going to spot, and Crick has only got that MAC-10, and he did forget to reload a little earlier, and Crick is just going to eliminate Onbekenda with that MAC-10, as it's now 3-0 to xTc. Things are looking pretty good. Yeah, good start, considering that CT is sometimes a little bit favored on this map.
Feels bad, man. Onbekenda won himself a legendary 3v1 on that A site on Mirage. There, you kind of favored him in the situation. He had the AK versus the MAC-10, players low, forgets to reload. Feels bad, man. Yeah,
just like, 4 bullets in the mag, and there's this... Oh, Absent, he's taking a lot of damage, pretty much burnt down to medium rare, as he's on 50 HP, and he's just going to be running straight back to the B side by the look of things. Going to go and see if he can't spot anything mid, I would assume, as Hugo and them have pushed really far down. Sentry have pushed so far down this banana area, which has allowed them to give so much information. But as we said that, xTc are just going onto the side. Spaz and Viking going to open it up here for xTc, as they're going to pick up 2 kills here. Is going to open up the A side to a plant, as the Sentry game are going to be playing retake by the look of things. But it even looks like they've just pulled the trigger early and said, you know what, guys, we might as well just save these guns into the next round. And have just said they're going to save this, and it's going to be a very clean round here for xTc.
Should be. How costly is that 1v1 loss going to be for Onbekenda and Sentry Gaming, considering I think that was pretty much their round. In the previous round, xTc doing pretty much everything they could to lose it, and also trying to do everything they can to lose their weapons here too.
Yep, Absent picking up a really nice kill, Hugo as well. But Crick is just going to be sitting in the corner here by the site. He's not going to take any, too much or deadly damage at least. But no grenades coming through from Boiler's side to him, just eliminating that completely and just dying with the bomb. Who did that from Gambit? I remember somebody did that at
PGL Krakow, yeah.
Did that. Man, that was that's an IQ 100 play, or 200 play at least by him at that.
If you know anything about Dozier, he definitely doesn't have an IQ of 200, not even 100. So it was definitely a call from the in-game leader, like, Dozier, you've got grenade, throw grenade. That's more or less what happened. I'm just paraphrasing for you guys there. Oh, lots of damage being done on Zin, though. If we take it back to this game, the double nades down mid. Tickle him ever so slightly, 16 HP. That's not going to feel good.
Yep, just about a gentle breeze will kill him at this point. As Absent, pretty much a bullet to the foot might cause him to wish he was playing PUBG and had a med kit available. But this is definitely not PUBG, and there's no med kits here. As we do see the bomb is still sitting at the bottom of mid, with some utility being used here by the CT side on that A side, just trying to delay whatever pushes do come through. And Absent is just going to push through the smoke, and Crick mollied off here very well, as time is just still ticking on. There's 50 seconds left on the clock, still plenty of time to do things. But the B bomb side, How did xTc not check that? But how did Hugo not pick up those kills?
A lot of fails happening. Now they need to succeed though, because time is running short. There's going to be the kills coming in, the trades favoring xTc against Sentry Gaming. I thought Zin might actually push that smoke. I held my breath for a second there. He's going to stay alive. They've still got a smoke at least to cut it off. But going for the drive peak is Viking. That's pretty ballsy play.
Viking.
He's seen the AWPer as well. Gonna look at that. Oh, I thought he would get the kill, but the trade will come in. So that's at least a round again for xTc. It kind of felt like it might unravel there, considering. I mean, you saw that they both of the players from xTc looked at that sandbags area, and both of them sort of thought to each other, well, my teammate must have seen if somebody was there because they didn't check it properly. And unfortunately for Sentry Gaming, the player that was posted there didn't do enough to actually get those kills.
Yeah, Hugo was just sitting there, and he had the AK available to him as well. And as you mentioned, it just seemed like I think it was Zin and Viking that just walked right past and just didn't check the sandbags 100%. Maybe just a little bit of a shadow, and considering the clothing at least worn by the CTs, maybe just didn't pick up that there was a player there.
Jeez, you're such a fashionista, Penguin. Talking about clothing. Do you think it complemented his eyes?
I mean, no, it definitely complemented his hair, though. I mean, if you're going to do these,
come on, how do you know he doesn't have a black darkened soul and therefore dark eyes to go with his dark uniform?
I actually have no clue, but I think we're getting a little bit too far-fetched to extremes at the moment. What isn't too far-fetched is
if we're talking about Sargon, man,
in this map here.
Come on, you know, the dark, beady little evil eyes.
If Sargon was watching this right now, he would be pretty upset with you, just so you're fully aware. Or you'd be saying, you know what, that is 100% true.
Indeed, it looks like we're dropping frames massively now, so I guess the internet is deciding to take a dump on itself. Do apologize, guys. If you can still see the game, thanks for sticking around. If you can't see the game, please send some angry letters to Vodacom.
Please do that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, well, at least Extremes, will be pretty happy, as ZipZip is going to get shut down here by Saviv with that Deagle, and Hugo as well, just tapping away with that CZ down long range. As oh, I was just about to say, Panda has got an AK, so it could start doing some damage, but Zin is just going to shut him down, and Hugo with a team kill on Saviv. That's a very odd, as that, yeah, I just a team kill.
Yeah, pretty random, but it can happen in the chaos, so you can't entirely blame him for it. Of course, his teammates will, but who knows?
How dare you shoot? I mean, I know a couple of matchmaking games where I may or may not have killed a teammate and caused him to leave for an extended period of time, but I don't want to divulge in that prophecy. If you are watching, I do still apologize for that day.
Well, again, thanks for joining us for VS Masters. The start here very similar for xTc as we saw in the previous map, starting out really well on the T side and the CT side looking a little bit broken for Sentry Gaming. I do apologize if the video is buffering for you. I can see it suddenly dropping frames. Had line issues the entire evening. First time I've ever had a cast with this on, so I do apologize for you guys. We will try and sort it out with Vodacom for the games that we bring you tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a look at Saviv and Hugo, they've been cooked a little bit. They've taken down by quite a bit of HP. They're both pretty much on 60 health at this point, as whatever grenades were actually used, or what utility was used at least by the xTc side, has done them quite a lot of favors. Those AKs are going to be even more powerful at this point in time, as Panda is spotted a little bit in the balcony area, and he's going to be tagged through the wall a little bit there.
Yeah, we're dropping massively now. I'm pretty sure the viewers can't see anything anymore. I do apologize for that. Let me try and switch to a far lower quality. Maybe it'll maintain the connection. Again, do apologize.
All right. Well, as you are doing that, Extremes, we will just be talking a little bit more about what's happening here, as the bomb has made its way up banana here for xTc, as ZipZip has smoked off that CT area. As Spaz gets an amazing kill through the coffins area. And that is going to be the site here for xTc. They're picking up. It's a 4v3 here. The bomb has just gone down, and it's just absent Umbekenda and Panda left, while it's Zin, Spaz, Crick, and ZipZip still alive here. And Zin is holding up high with the AWP and is going to just eliminate Panda as well. He misses the shot onto Ombakenda, but it's still a 2v4, and Ombakenda is pushing into the construction area, but is just going to be eliminated here by Ombakenda. Absent alone with the AWP. He knows at least where one player is, but Spaz peeks out wide, gets the headshot with the AK-47, and that is going to be the 7th round here for xTc. xTc looking incredibly strong here, as Viking is looking incredibly potent. 10 kills already on the map. The next closest player is Zin with 5.
Indeed. I do apologize. I think the stream is busy dying. Please let me know if you guys can still see and hear us. If not, maybe the stream is dying like the hopes of Sentry Gaming seem to be dying at the moment. 7-0 down. Tough stuff on the force buy.
Yeah, really things are not looking too great for them here. Saviv is pushing down the banana area, maybe just trying to pick up a little bit of information. Zin spamming with that AWP through the smoke there, but Crick is just going to pick up 2 kills in the apps area. Just going to be taking Ombakenda and Panda off the server for a little bit. It's a 4v3 as Zaviv is spamming that deagle down the mid area. Picks up the kill eventually, and Spaz is going to be traded out here. And Abs is going to be picking up another kill. So all of a sudden it's a 1v2 here. Crick alone, but both these players are so low that he can definitely pick up. He doesn't just need headshots aren't things that he really needs, but it definitely does guarantee. Ooh.
Oh, the headshot!
Going to pick him up. Zaviv needed the headshot. Crick didn't need to. Takes a bullet to the leg, but Zaviv's deagle bullet is going to take out the head of Crick there, and that is going to be the first round for Sentry Gaming. 7-1 to xTc on the T side here on this Inferno map, which was xTc's pick.
Well, it looks like the stream is working again. So as soon as I lamented that it was dead, it's back to life. Oh, this peek down mid. This is so risky if you're a CT. I don't know why you would do that. Epson's going to go down to Zin. Not a great idea at the stage of the game. You don't want to give them that early pick, and it's given xTc exactly what they needed. We saw how many... Oh, through the smoke, Hugo. It's going to bring it back. But geez, you got to feel worried if you're Sentry Gaming. 4v4 definitely favors the terrorists.
Haters would say that he would be hacking. But just a little bit of spam through the smoke. Picks up the kill here for Hugo, and it's a 4v4 now, as the bomb is making its way up to the mid area. There are 2 players holding the A side, and Spaz is going to find a little bit of confrontation there in the archers area, but nothing too much. And Ombakenda is just going to keep Crick away there with that Molotov.
Very low, going to go down through the spam through the wall in the end. Should have probably got that kill first up, but it's not going to matter. There's the trade coming in from Ombakenda. He's been pretty good in the pit so far, but he is isolated right now. And the flank coming in, Zin seems to be aware of it, but he's not able to get it. Zaviv getting the kill there.
And as we say, that Spaz is going to be able to pick up an important kill here onto Ombakenda. So it's now a 2v2. Viking holding up in the very safe area, but he's going to be spotted out here by Hugo, who's going to close out the round, picking up the last 2 kills of the terrorists that were on that site. And it's going to be the second round here for Sentry Gaming. 2-7, still in the favor of xTc, but they're slowly bringing a few more rounds here. But money still looking very good here for the T side. There's still a buy available for Sentry Gaming.
Yeah, that's good for them. T-side, of course, had all the money in the world, literally ever. World Economic Forum.
They were Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, yeah. I was going to go for the World Bank, you know, or China, but Bitcoin.
Oh, something of actual value?
Of actual value, yes. Well, they're going to need to employ that value effectively here. At least I think this is probably the first time on CT we've seen Sentry Gaming actually get back-to-back rounds. So in with a chance here still. Don't know if the player might have been aware of the cross there from Zin. Zin could possibly sting them if they're not aware of his position there on the B-bomb side. And it looks like B-bomb side is where they want to be. They're all there, barring the lurk.
Yeah, Absent is holding this coffin area in that AWP. That Molly going to be going deep. He's just going to see if he can spot. Ooh, Zin taking a little bit of damage there from that Molotov. Turning out to be a little bit more medium rare than what he would have liked. And that's just going to deter any sort of push onto this B side from the banana area. So xTc just falling back a little bit. They do have mid control, But as I said, it looks like the players are rotating back to Banana. It looks like they actually want to take out that B site.
Yeah, they're not operating on a lot of information, and I guess neither are the CETs either. Nobody really looking for it. What is being looked for is headshots, and they're being found. There's two. Is he going to push the smoke? He does, and he gets the kill, drops the bomber, and escapes alive. That was ballsy play from Absen, showing his experience. It's a calculated risk, but it was a huge risk to go for, and I think Crick's going to probably hold them off. At this point, you'd almost think 2v4, it's probably time to get out of here if you're the CTs.
Oh, Viking taking out Absen through the smoke. Absen is not going to be happy with that, considering the amazing and ballsy play that he had, pushing through the smoke originally to pick up the kill. As Crick has noticed that somebody was in the smoke, but he couldn't find exactly where Panda was, but is going to shut him down eventually, and is going to be 8th round for xTc here. And as I was mentioning that as Sentry Gaming was starting to look good, with their money starting to grow, they get completely shut down. Money is back into the dumpsters. It looks like they're only getting pocket money again from their parents.
Yep, back in the dumpsters like tomato jam. Don't eat that stuff, guys.
I would still love to know where the tomato jam thing came from.
I tried it once and it wasn't good. Let's say that.
I didn't even know somebody would even want to try and have tomato jam.
It's a fruit.
Absolutely.
Oh, and he pushed. Oh, he gets all three. What the heck just happened? How? 2v2 now, all of a sudden. He gets 3 completely unaware. Hugo drops to 14 HP. Those were some heroics with nothing but a deagle.
That was absolutely huge. He could have just as well given Sentry Gaming a good chance back into this round. I'm completely dumbstruck by how he picked up all 3 of those kills. He played so well there. It is Saviv who has the AK. He also has some armor, so he's definitely got the chance to get it, to win this round. But he's going to have to find some headshots here. Those are important for him here, as they are going to be pushing their way onto the side. Crick is going to shut down Saviv, and that might just be the round. Hugo has been able to recover the AWP, and we'll take that into the next round. Considering the money, there should be at least a buy here for Sentry. They can definitely buy around that AWP, so we might just see a gun round here for Sentry Gaming. But Absent, oh my word, what an amazing 3K with him with that deagle.
Yeah, nobody looking in his direction, and of course the smoke isn't a force field, and often as players we make that mistake of not checking the smoke, and it works out for him. In that sort of close range situation as well, a deagle really shouldn't work out that well, but all the cards fell his way. The orange Jesus smiled upon him, and the deagle spam got him 3 kills. So fantastic work there. They got themselves a free AWP to use as well, and there's a leg shot through the smoke, timing it to perfection.
Zin taking another bullet, just like he did a little bit earlier to the knee, and Absen is looking pretty strong. He's looking on form at this point in time. His confidence must be sky high, as Sentry just holding off the A side here a little bit more than normal. Oh, what an amazing!
He gets
shot.
2.
He gets the second kill here.
3.
He finds the third. What? This is insane. He should not be able to find those kind of kills. I mean, the player's just running out one by one. He should not have been taken. He should have been taken advantage of. He should have only been able to pick up 1, maybe 2, but definitely not 3. And he's still alive. He finally gets shut out here by Crick, but Panda might be able to avenge him here with the FAMAS, and he does exactly that. It's a 1v3 with Zip alone with the AK.
There's some crazy stuff happening from Absen, taking all the responsibility on himself, the most experienced player in the team. Looking really good while doing it. Could have probably spiraled out of control had Crick maybe found himself 2 there towards Pit. Could have maybe gone the other way, but it's going to be all on Zip now. He's currently the in-game leader for this team. I think it's the first time, as far as I know, that he's been an in-game leader for a team. It always used to be Zin, going back all the way to the inception of this roster back in 2015. 3v1, can Zip do it? And Auto Director wrecking us.
He does find the first 1v1, but he doesn't find the second, which he was looking for, which was going to be Saviv. And Saviv is going to close out that round after some absolutely insane heroics by Absen on that AWP. And he's just going to purchase it up again. He's got the money to do so. He's feeling confident, as it's a very weakish buy here for xTc. Not nearly as much utility as they would like, as well as a UMP here for Viking. So things not as great here for xTc.
Well, Epson's been doing really well. You just got a question for xTc why they were re-peaking one at a time in the previous round against the AWP. It looked stylish, but it was some fundamental mistakes coming out from xTc, and maybe it's a symptom of them feeling as confident as they are, because they have generally been bullying the game, but still, you don't want to be doing that at this stage, because 9-6 is still possible here for the CT side.
Yep, Crick in this in the apps area. Viking just shoulder peeking, trying to see if he can't find any sort of information to at least pass on. Maybe just spot and maybe just bait out a shot just to know at least, okay, well, there's definitely one player here with X or Y weapon. And Crick still holding down the balcony area. Balcony. I was thinking about a bird. For some reason, I had a bird chirping in my sound. It was definitely from the other map, though.
Oh, there's some spam through the smoke. It's a fake, though. It looks like they're going back. But this position from Hugo, I was going to say, could unlock them. It's going to give them the information here the CT side needs. What the Ts need to do here is execute fast so that rotation can't come in. And they are going to be trying to do that. They should be able to get in the site pretty much unopposed. Only the single player here waiting for them. It's all on Zaviv. What can he do? Not able to do much. Spaz takes him down, and tough situation, and it's not going to help with Viking getting, well, I was going to say getting two, but Crick actually gets the other through the smoke, all on Bekenda with a FAMAS and a dream. He wanted to be a tap dancer, but his parents didn't want to pay for the classes.
Nothing he can really do. It's a 1v5. There's very little he can do, especially with the FAMAS versus the likes of the AKs here. But he's going to definitely try to find at least some exit frags. He does find Spaz at least, but Viking's going to just say no more kills here for you. Going to take him out with the AWP, and money looking really trash again for the Sentry Gaming side as xTc pick up their 10th round, 10-3 to them.
Looking pretty dominant, although it feels like we've seen this movie before, considering the previous map where it was very much the same sort of start, and then it got quite a bit closer in the T side. So both teams not exhibiting the greatest of CT sides, but have been doing pretty well in their terrorist half. So pistols here for the CTs. You don't think they can do too much, but then Absent showed us otherwise with that Deagle, the triple kill a few rounds ago. On Bekenda getting aggressive, but it's not going to work out. Two go down. That's going to make things tough.
Yeah, Crick picking up a nice early kill here, as well as Viking. So good start here for xTc. Absent not spotted onto the side. He spotted very late. He does have that Deagle, and if he could do anything with the Deagle like he did with the AWP, he could cause a lot of damage. But not going to happen this round, with Viking taking his scalp and going to be hanging it on his shelf for later use, as it's now a 5v2. And it's just Zaviv, well, it's just Hugo left now after Zip just takes him off the server.
Indeed, we got ISO Wolf in the chat. How you doing, Mr. ISO? Good to see you here, man. Hugo saying good to see you to Crick there. Only going to get the one, though. You would think, wow, actually escapes. Hail of bullets coming his way. Escaped. It's the Matrix. He was just dancing past those bullets.
You think he's near? Well, I was going to say, if he was near, he could have definitely dodged that, but Viking putting a bullet in his head through the wall there, so definitely not going to be surviving. He's definitely not the one. But they do have some money, Sentry Gaming, but not enough to buy all the guns that they would have liked along with the utility. So just going to be a full FAMAS buy with whatever grenades they can afford, really.
Very unusual to see that.
Which is, yeah, it's really unusual to see that. And it's going to be the full onslaught of the AKs and AWP. And Absent pushing so aggressively down mid here, smoking down deep. And he's holding up very close. He might be able to get a lot of information.
Yeah, he is going to hear the movement now. So taking a bit of risk. Absent's been taking the responsibility on himself pretty consistently here to get aggressive. Getting a ton of information. On Bekenda getting a kill on the other side. Almost feels like a knife will come in, and we don't see the knife, unfortunately. There's finally a trade from Viking. But Absent with the ballsy play gets himself the AK, and that's a lot of control there towards Banana. That means they can rotate one player off, which they have done, towards that A site.
Yep, and he does have that AWP, and we saw just a few rounds ago how he got a 3K with that, as Zaviv is going to eliminate Spaz and Bekenda. Just going to be taking out Viking, and this is a couple of tags coming up in here, as Absent is going to shut down the round and pick up the 4th for Sentry Gaming. They picked up the first 2 rounds so late, but Absent with some heroic plays and 15 kills for him and his side, been able to bring it back to 4 rounds at least for them, and looking very strong. Confidence must be seeping through him. He just really needs to try to find some way to push it through to the rest of his teammates, as they can still bring this back. It's still very winnable for them.
Absolutely. So, of course, if you just joined us, this is VS Gaming Masters. This is the second map. The first map taken 16-10. It was the choice of Sentry Gaming, but it went the way of xTc. And here, xTc, again, continuing where they left off. Getting super aggressive. Very risky on a map like Inferno to go for those aggressive peaks early up. You can be punished so easily. The risk versus rewards particularly great on this map. And, well, let's see what they decide to do. Quite spread out at the moment for the T side. CT's, though, banking fairly heavily on A.
Yep, 3 players on A. They're definitely hoping that they do execute onto this side. They're going to be playing retakes. Ooh, Zip with an amazing opening frag here onto Umbakenda. Just tapping his eyes out with that USPS. And there you go.
Through the smoke.
Viking with the smoke. Just go and sit down, Hugo. Put him through the smoke again. Haters would say he would be hacking, but that bomb is on the B side now, and they could just go. Oh, Absent pushing through the smoke once again, picks up the kill there on Viking, and it is a 3v4 here, but that bomb does pretty much count still as a 4th player, as Zin has a little bit of concentration in that construction area. Absent once again with this Glock, and he's pushing up again, and he does get the kill onto Crix. Things are looking pretty good here for Sentry. They've got Saviv, who's going to be taking down Zip, and it is now. Oh, is he holding the defuse?
Oh, the ninja?
He's holding the defuse, and he's continuing spamming. Oh, unfortunately, he does get taken down. Spaz is going to go for the defuse, and he doesn't pick it up. Saviv spamming with the Glock through the smoke, hoping that bullets didn't run out, and the Glock's pretty much like marshmallows, eventually taking him out as Sentry picking up their 5th round.
Yeah, that was pretty dicey. All those smoke kills, crazy stuff coming in there. But at least another round here for Sentry Gaming, 5-11 at the moment. And it does feel like I've seen this movie before after the previous map.
It seems exactly like that. Oh, Spaz does pick up a pick onto Hugo. Doesn't find the second tag that he would have liked. Oh, but he does get absolutely shreked there by Absent with that Galil in mid. And oh, Viking is actually going to push up from the Molotov. That's a very dangerous play, but he might be rewarded, and not going to be, as Hugo is going to be picking up a little bit of money with that that Mac 10. And Saviv just picking up another kill onto Zip, and this is starting to look like another round here for Sentry Gaming.
Yeah, making it look easy to kill through the smoke for Saviv. Hugo suddenly realizing there was some unwanted attention close by. Interesting, considering it's a 5v2, that there isn't a bomb plant just yet. Being very careful, and rightly so, when there's players like Crick that can punish you. AK recovered, but the bomb site will be in the hands of Sentry Gaming. You'd think it'd be around for them, and Crick would just be looking to pop a few heads and make things difficult.
Ooh, Crick nearly picking up the kill, as you were talking about. As I said, that he does actually close out the frag on Saviv. And I think he's probably going to want to run away with that AK, but it looks like they are hunting him down. And rightly so. I mean, you definitely don't want to see. Ooh, okay, never mind. I was just about to say, you don't want a CT to take that gun into the next round, but Ombakena just taking out the head there, as it's the 6th round here for Sentry Gaming. That's 2 on the trot for them now.
Some costing solicitation going on in the chat. Never had this happen before. Slide into DMs, guys. Come on. But of course, it is VS Gaming Masters, and it is round number 18. Sentry Gaming coming back into this. We saw a similar sort of trend on Mirage, and seeing a little bit more of it. Both sides, CT halves not really looking fantastic on both maps. So will the T's prevail yet again? Nothing much to work with here for xTc either, considering they're on USPs. Only 2 upgraded pistols. I just don't see it.
Yeah, this is definitely just going to be another round. It's just about the formality at the end of the day. Absent picking up more kills with that Max 10. He's just going to be racking up some money for the AWP that he was being so strong with. Zip eventually going to be shutting him down at least. So just more damage really. But considering that Absent had that Max 10, it's not going to affect him too much.
It should not. Pretty much a regulation round here for Sentry. They should be able to close this out pretty easily, one would think. Onbekenda looking to farm up a little bit of money and is going to duly do so. He's not going to be aware of the player close, which is Spaz. But what's he going to do with the Mac 10, let's be honest.
Yeah, if it was an AK or something, Spaz would be pretty happy, but that's quite a disappointing present that has been gifted to him in the form of that Mac 10. Really not that great against the full Kevlar helmets at the end of the day.
Indeed, 7-11. And the situation is it's going to be the first buy round here for the CT side xTc. Weird buy, though. Crick on an MP7. Not so sure about that, but there will be the AWP in the hands of ZipZip, so that they do have some fragging power potentially, but the MP7 buy, geez, I'm not sure about that. Let's hope he proves me wrong.
Ooh, and as you say that, Zin and ZipZip pick up frags here. xTc, things are looking pretty good here, as Absent is in the bottom of mid with that AWP, with Viking pushing up aggressively but being shut down by Saviv, and Saviv is going to find a second one as well, and bringing that advantage which xTc had back down to an even footing at least. It's a 3v3 here with more superior firepower in the hands of the T side here.
Yeah, it's always going to favor the T side anyway when the numbers are even, because the defense is spread so thin, and we're going to see that coming into play here. First kill, but traded there by ZipZip. Great angle there from Library. Common angle to be at, so they probably should have dropped that smoke a little bit sooner. That's maybe a failing there for Sentry Gaming. But in the 2v2, the HP is very much with the CTs. MP7 still lives though, man. And what the heck was that?
Absent was probably hoping to get the smoke off the wheel there, but instead he's going to find the body of ZipZip, and he's going to shut him down. Zaviv through the library area, and he's just going to shut down Crick. Is he going to pick up the AWP for a double? No, definitely not going to be
on T side.
AWP.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. Matchmaking will tell you otherwise.
Well, if you watch French CSGO, that'll also tell you otherwise. That's why they're shuffling, because it's not a good idea, guys. Don't do that.
If you guys are wanting to be MM stars, don't buy double AWP or any more than double AWPs on Inferno as the Ts. Ask nicely. I had them last night.
Yep.
Why I got tilted so much.
We're going to see a kill there for Zaviv at least, but again, I don't see much chance here for xTc with the buy they've got. They've only got armor on a single player. At least they got some P250s, but in this sort of situation, decapitation comes in there. Do you think Sentry Gaming could possibly steal this map away? Because they are looking a lot closer at this point than they were on Mirage. They made the big comeback, but it sort of petered out at the end. Yeah, it seems to be sustained. Yeah,
this is definitely looking a lot better than the previous round. As you mentioned, they're definitely sustaining the momentum that they've been able to gather here. 9-11, so things are looking really, really strong here, and definitely possibly Sentry's map here. I mean, with the kind of confidence that Absinthe is playing with, I mean, he's pushing through smokes when you really shouldn't. He's finding those all-important frags, and xTc, just something doesn't seem to be clicking for them. They seem to be getting these amazing starts, and they start to trail off a little bit come the middle of the round, or and later. It just seems to be getting worse and worse, and I can't quite pinpoint exactly why that's happening for them.
I think both sides, from what I've seen so far, they don't play much of an information-based game. They tend to be fairly passive on CT side, and if you're that passive, it can work if you're a very dominant team from an aim point of view. But if you don't have information to get your rotations correct, it's going to make life pretty difficult for you if you're that passive. So I kind of feel like that's probably where both teams are lacking a little bit on the CT defense. Does feel like xTc got a little bit more aim in reserve as ZipZip comes in with a very nice kill there on Absent, but so far Sentry doing a lot to negate that, so getting pretty close here. We could actually be going to a third map if they decide to turn it on this map.
Yep, xTc are really going to want to win this round with as many people alive as possible. Onbekenda, some pretty important throwing of the AWP away. Doesn't want to give any more economic advantage to the CT. He wants to make it as expensive as possible for them, considering it is already expensive for the CTs. But the double AWP setup here, ZipZip with one and Zin on the other. Zin is holding down this B site as the bomb is starting to make its way a little bit that way, but Panda is still hovering around. He might just be caught with a grenade in his hand, but Onbekenda is going to save him there. as Zin is going to take him out. But so 3v4, Sentry are going to get the bomb plant here. But okay, and as I said, that Viking is going to be able to find both the kills. It's now just a 1v4, but I don't think it's going to be possible for Panda to actually get this one back. I mean, he's on the wrong side of the bomb, as Viking is going to shut him out there. Sound this round to xTc, and exactly what we're needing is a really good round with at least 4 people alive on their side.
Yeah, xTc doing what they needed to do for their economy. Can't say the same in terms of doing what they needed to do for Sentry Gaming. Selling the fake fairly effectively there, but a couple of little failings going wrong, you know, like the player getting caught with the nade in his hand being dropped low, and then on the, obviously the rotate running with the knife out, that was just a little bit silly. If they'd managed to get that kill on the player towards CT side, it was pretty much over there for xTc, but because of a couple of little errors, not checking the site properly either, kind of felt like Sentry Gaming let themselves down a little bit there.
Yeah, we've got ZipZip, who is holding the apps area, at least with that AWP, and he's been able to prove himself as well, as we see Absent also just spamming the AWP in the mid area. So, you know, both these players very strong with the AWP, as ZipZip is rather going to find the best of Panda there, and going to be taken down to half HP, but still that frag, which is really important. Not any more information really available to them, but a 5v4 advantage here for xTc. Things are looking pretty good considering it's just the start of the round.
Yeah, great start for them. ZipZip's been really good at getting the opening kills for them as well. Now you're going to see the wrap again here for Sentry Gaming. They need to time this correctly because Spaz is pretty much stationed. Absent again being super aggressive, pushes through the smoke. I don't think they were aware of him, so this could be a huge sting in the tail. But perfect flash there for Spaz. He gets himself 1, but doesn't get 2. The trade's actually favoring the T side. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know either, but Absent has been able to spot ZipZip, and he's going to shut him out with the AWP. And I don't know how Spaz didn't get those frags. I mean, all 3 players were flashed, but he just couldn't find. He found the 1, but just couldn't sign off the other 2. Just the spray just wasn't in his favor there. Oh, Absent getting tagged down hard with the AK here. He's got the AWP, and he's going to peek out and find Viking. This is insane. You should not be allowing Absent to find those kind of 1v1s with that AWP.
Yeah, he's been doing some crazy stuff, and xTc haven't done enough to shut him down, although they're still in the lead of the game. Absent been turning on the style so many times in the game so far, and that's going to be another round for them, so it'll be 10-12. And if you just joined us, VS Masters action coming your way. I'm xTremes, and I'm with, I was going to say Prophecy Gaming, but as it turns out, it's Penguin. I don't know. How did you get in here, Interloper? Who let you in?
Don't tell anybody. The disguise.
Indeed.
Prophecy's alter ego, I guess.
Prophecy's alter ego. Okay, well, at least you'll be nicer than the real Prophecy to me, so there's that.
Yeah, I'm a much nicer person than he is. I'm pretty convinced of that.
So, pretty strained by here. I wanted to call them Team A because it doesn't say xTc, but it's xTc. Tough buy. We got Crick on the P90. We've seen him on that a few times. I don't think he's got a single kill with it, so see what he can do. Viking going to be forced off here. Oh, I was going to say that.
On the first one.
Oh, they just didn't do enough.
Oh, he nearly found the second kill. Just running and spraying a little bit with the M4. Just not going to find any sort of real damage there. But it is a body advantage, at least in the hands of xTc. But that bomb, they haven't dedicated themselves to one site. I mean, it's still plenty of time available here for Sentry to actually suss out some information on Bekenda. Going to eventually get a trade on to Crick. And it's going to be returning the body advantage. Well, body advantage to Null and Zero, where it's going to just be a 4v4 now, with that bomb still sitting bottom of mid. No plans yet onto which site they really want to go to. As I say that though, Bekenda and Panda are starting to make their way up Banana, and we might just see an executor onto the B site.
Well, that'll buy a little bit of time. I wonder if that was intentional with that gap there. It could actually very well be. We'll see if that becomes a factor a little bit later on. Do apologize if you're seeing a bit of stutter and what looks like FPS loss. It's because I got 800 ping. That's really what it is. And through the smoke, doesn't hit him. 25 seconds moving on to the bomb site, and they're clearing it properly this time. They were bitten a couple of times in previous rounds. If he fires through the smoke, oh, geez, he drops him low.
Yeah, putting on to half HP. This is pretty much going to be a retake map now. It's a 4v4. as Absent is just holding down the banana area, just making sure nobody comes. The bomb is planted for him, so he can continue holding there, as Crucial is going to be able to spot the one player, but he is going to be traded out here by Saviv, as Spaz is going to eventually trade him out here. Now all of a sudden, it is just the round going to be here for xTc. I had no clue how Absent died there.
Yeah, I think it was just on the retake, their pretty clinical set of flashes that were thrown into the site. You saw as everybody doing the flash dance there for Sentry Gaming, and that just meant that the cleanup for xTc was so simple. That it really would have been contingent on the player there towards Banana Absent to potentially stop, you know, the retake once that flash came in, but he just wasn't in the position to do it. So pretty simple in the end for xTc, and taking the lead a little bit further out, 13-10. Keeping this game alive for themselves. They want to take the 2-0 for Sentry Gaming. They want to equalize it and take it to a third map. And there's the trades, 4v4 all of a sudden.
Yeah, Panda going to be able to trade out Crick there, as Crick was able to take out Umberken, and Absent pushing up so aggressively with AWP, and he finds them. How on earth are you able to find that? Walking in scope, knowing exactly more or less where that CT player is going to be holding from the CT area, and just completely taking out his head through the brick wall a little bit, as again, Absent proving why he's so strong on this AWP at this point in time.
Exactly, more or less. Penguin 2K18.
Exactly, more or less.
Look at you, man.
No.
Thanks for joining, though, Penguin. Of course, Penguin's usually a Hearthstone caster. He's not used to things moving or fighting back or shooting or making any noise or being interesting in any way.
Okay, well, let's not go that far. And as I say, that Zip is going to be doing exactly what Absent was doing with the AK, well, the AWP. Picks up 2 here. Absent is going to at least start going for the bomb plant, and he's going to be sprayed through the smoke, but he isn't taken down at all. And he somehow gets out, and he's going to be trading out for an AK at least, which is going to be a lot better considering the layout here. Sentry have got the bomb planted for them, and Viking hopping around. Oh, he has been flashed heavily there, but he knows more or less where Absent is, but he doesn't even look there. Absent is just going to pick up his body for free. Spaz knows where he is, but Absent just going to shut out that round, and it's 11-13. Sentry clawing their way back into this game, and starting to look a lot stronger than what they did on the first map, which was Mirage.
Fantastic. And also, if you guys are confused, we got Dib in chat, so Hearthstone caster, of course, your usual casting partner. That's why I'm giving Hearthstone a hard time. Hey, Dib.
Yeah, because he's decided to show up here as well. He also plays a little bit of Counter-Strike. He's terrible, though.
We've also got Recoils here, so casting partnership in chat too, Recoils and Isolwolf. Good to see you guys. Hopefully we can play some CS together sometime, guys. In the meantime, these two teams attempting to play CS together, but, well, Sentry Gaming not wanting to play nice in the last few rounds. Absent also been doing some dirty things, antisocial things, one might say.
Ooh, and getting destroyed here by Crucial, and Zip is also going to be able to find, and there's some AKs in the hands for them, and it's all of a sudden a 5v3, and this is very winnable. They've been able to find at least some sort of artillery, I suppose you could say, for this this clawback. But Zaviv is just going to shut down Zin and any sort of other defense that was on that B site. And I'm almost just ready to say that, you know what, you've been able to pick up 2 AKs, considering your money that you have available. You may as well just take them into the next round and not throw away any more kills here, as Hugo does shut down a Viking.
Yeah, I think it's going to be dependent. If they get a kill here, they'll probably force the issue, and if they don't, it might be an idea to back out. Hugo getting in front of the smoke really nicely then. Will he get 2? Does. Keep spraying despite being flashed. Fantastic work there from the young player. It's all on Crick, and he's going to go down. But I guess if you're xTc, you're not too worried. They're going to come into the buy in the next round anyway.
Yeah, they're going to have a full buy available to them. Well, some players not really as much as they would have liked, and which is why I would have wanted them to at least save an AK or 2. And just, you say, maybe just pick up 1 or 2 exit frags if possible. But a very partial buy here. I mean, there's 3 SMGs here for xTc.
Could have done with those guns, eh?
They really could have done with those AKs. It could have possibly even been more utility available for them, as no player has got a defusal kit as well. So they definitely not going to really want to play for those retakes, those extended retakes at least.
Indeed, Dib protesting his innocence. He played 1.6 at lands. So did we all, buddy. Kidding. We love you, Dib. Love you, Dib, bro. I'm really glad to see here as well, and I'm glad to see that we're having an entertaining game on the second map. It wasn't that close on the first map, but the second one certainly going the distance. And Inferno very much known for games that do go the distance. It's the classic sort of third map in a series, but here we're getting it as the second map.
Yep, and our third map is going to be Train, which is a really tactical map. And if players can get exposed,
the spray down.
You're going to see Zipson. He's going to get the spray down.
Oh,
This is fantastic here for xTc. It's now a 4v1. Just Panda left alone with the AK at the bottom of mid. Bomb is down. He's going to be able to at least recover it and possibly try to go for A. But time is not really on his side here. He's definitely going to have to try and get onto the side. Maybe even find a frag or two. And he's going to be able to spot 1v1 with Viking. And he's going to come out victorious there. As now he's just got to try and get a bomb down here. Find the 1v1s. And he's just going to get sprayed through the smoke here by Crick with that P90. Going to upgrade it to an AK as well. So xTc winning a all-important round there. Zip with an amazing spray down Banana to pick up a 3k.
Yeah, padding his stats nicely there. We've, of course, got Viking at the top of the scoreboard for his team. The only guy's not really contributing that much is Zin. And I guess for him, you'd say, well, he was always the in-game leader. That kind of limited his fragging a little bit. Now that he's freed up a bit more, you probably want to see a little bit more from him. One guy you can't probably see any more from is Abson, though, on 28 kills.
Yeah, Abson, an absolute machine, and he's been so beastly with that AWP. I mean, we saw that 3k that he picked up earlier where he should have at most only got 1 kill. So things looking pretty good here still. I mean, this is still very winnable here for Sentry. I mean, there's still 2 rounds to go here for xTc should they win 2 in a row. But, you know, money not that great for them.
Definitely not. I think it's a pretty crucial run to the overall outcome of the game. Whoever wins this one is going to be setting themselves up pretty well to win a couple, if not close the game out. And that was possibly the worst molly of all time.
Those mollies kind of look like mine. I tend to throw them at my own teammates. Completely accidental as well. I'm not going to say that I do it intentionally, unless they deserve it. No.
Well,
really
somebody
don't.
talking about deserving it. Dib definitely deserved being given a hard time. He's trying to spam chat and he can't because it's not Twitch. Haha, get wrecked.
There's no Kappa memes going to be spammed here as Ombakenda. I don't think he wanted the smoke to go there, but I did at least stop that molly from going. But what is going to stop else is xTc's defense here on this A site and just shutting down the execute here by Sentry Gaming. And this looks like the 15th round here for xTc. And they're going to be on map point, and Hugo going to be shut down by Zin with that M4. Finally getting the double digits that he was looking for. He's got 10 kills now, and it is map point. There are 3 map points available here for xTc. Do you think they can close it out, or do you think that we might be going to some overtime, yeah, Axe?
Hugo's got a Tech 9. That immediately means no, it's not going to happen. Why has he got a Tech 9? It's 2018. Come on, guys. It's easy. It's easy for life. 15-12, tough buy for them, unfortunately. So let's see if they can actually do something about it. Crick got the AWP, which is unusual.
Yeah, he's got the AWP here in the apps area. He's holding, and Panda definitely not going to be pushing through. He definitely suspects some players there. Oh, he's not going to be able to find that the frag there, but doesn't do any damage. He does get tagged up quite a bit. And is just going to be falling back as far as possible with the tail between his legs.
Yeah, for Sentry Gaming, though, difficult situation. If you consider the utility they've got available, the weapons that they're on, they're also being chipped away at in terms of the HP, and chipped away at even more. People are dying here. Order Director doesn't want us to see it. 3v5, tough situation.
Yeah, there's a UMP here for Ombakenda. He's pretty much going to have to do all the work here, unless that CZ and the Tech 9 can do some insane work. As Ombakenda is going to be flashed through the smoke, but he's going to be flashed in return. There is a kill here for Panda with that CZ, so Zip is taken down. It's a 3v4 as Sentry are now just stuck. They don't really know what else to do here. They just don't have any sort of utility to try and get onto a side. They do have some flashes, but they don't really want to use them yet. Viking is wrapping around here. He's probably going to be looking to go through the library area, as Hugo is going to flash up high, see if he can't spot anybody, and this is going to be the execute. This is pretty much do or die here for Sentry, and they are shut down. It's all on the hands of Hugo here, and he is spamming with the tech none, but he can only find one kill. He's going to be able to get the bomb plant, I think, but he's got such low health, and it's not going to be the case. Viking closing him out, and is going to be closing out this game 2-0 in favor of xTc.
Yeah, tough stuff for Sentry Gaming. They attempted the comeback on both maps and it just didn't work out in the end. 2 points to the better on this one than they were on the previous map, but unfortunately not going to work out for them. Great game from xTc. They're looking good. Crick looking particularly good. Also Zip showing up nicely in the game as well. On the other side, Abson doing some amazing work on the AWP. But overall, a pretty exciting game, I'd say.
Yeah, very exciting. A 2-0 at the end to xTc. And considering the form that they've had, I mean, they lost 2-1 to Big Five as well as 2-0 to Severe. This is a pretty good, claw back into some good form in the Masters division of the VS Gaming League. So, picking up 2-0 against Sentry Gaming, who have picked up some pretty good results against WRG and XD. So hopefully this is a claw back into some really solid form, and hopefully some more CS. I mean, if we saw what Zip was able to do, I mean, if he can continue performing like he was tonight, he's definitely going to be a strong player to watch in the South African scene.
Absolutely, and because I'm so used to ESEA, I didn't actually prepare an overlay for when the game ends, because of course the server dies, so I'm like completely fluffing it at the moment. Sorry guys, I'll get used to this. I'm not used to doing Masters. Thank you for joining us for Masters. I thought it was a great set of games there. And some great plays coming out. We'll be bringing you more Masters in future as well. Tomorrow night there will be some ESEA Europe. Myself and Prophecy will be doing that. Might also be a Bravado game or two if we want to get up at 4 in the morning. So I guess we shall see on that one. But also later in the week, look out for some more VS Gaming Masters. Maybe I'll bring Penguin back. Maybe I'll get Hayes. Maybe I'll get you. Maybe I should have a competition. I don't know. I cast with everybody. I'm the village bicycle, guys.
You've had what, like 11 different co-casters considering throughout the entire CS season for 2018 so far?
Quite a few, quite a few. I think I'm at 7 at the moment, but yeah, thanks.
But I think if we want to close out, sorry, Axe, to cut in here, but if we want to close out the Masters game that we've just seen here, who do you feel is your MVP for this game?
MVP for this game? Ooh, that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
I almost want to say Abson, even though he was on the losing team, because he was doing so much to make it work for his team. But I think overall, in terms of just a solid performance across both maps, got to say Crick looked pretty good.
Yeah, Crick looked pretty solid there, and I kind of have to agree with you that Crick is deserving of at least our MVP award. I don't know if you're going to get a pat on the back at least, or
checks in the post.
Stream.
Checks in the post. Of course, checks mean nothing nowadays, so that's pretty much what that means. But well played anyway.
Open up your letterbox. There might be an envelope with glitter filled in it as your reward.
We're being facetious, guys. We're being cheeky. Thanks for joining us. Penguin, thanks for casting some CS. Good to see you casting CS, and I'm sure you'll just keep getting better and better. If you guys want to see more CS, make sure you follow the PenguinZA and at Extremes and see what we're up to in the rest of the week. Have yourselves a wonderful evening and a wonderful public holiday tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I've been through this before. I can taste it in the air, and it leaves me wanting more. You crossed me once, it's left a bitter taste, and now you push me, I won't tear.